1 2 1 2 1 2.
Peace to
Mic test 1 2 3.
This is from the Inquirer. Tell me if it sounds strange. 16 shootings, 26 victims, 4 dead as Philly weekend violence escalates. As Muna Mayo waited for the bus on South Street on Sunday afternoon, she had no idea that 2 separate shootings had taken place just blocks apart on the storied street over the weekend. There was nothing to give her a clue that they had. Tourists were still taking selfies inside of Isaiah Zagar's Magic Garden. Kids still skateboarded down the middle of the busy roadway, and more Philadelphia Parking Authority workers patrolled the street than police officers. Mayo, 68, of South Philly, hadn't heard about the South Street shootings, but she had heard about the woman in the deli who was shot and killed Saturday in North Philadelphia. 14 shootings in one weekend. That's unbelievable, Mayo said. That's a damn crime. By the time the weekend was over, the number of shootings had risen to 16, which left 26 victims, including 4 dead. The shootings took place on a playground, inside a deli, at a graduation party, and seemingly everywhere in between. At the graduation party, attended by about 60 people on 70th Street, near Paschal Playground in Southwest Philadelphia. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Paschal Playground in Southwest Philadelphia. At least 6 people were shot, including 4 teens between the ages of 15 and 17. Police Commissioner Richard Ross told reporters at the scene. An adult victim was killed, according to police. Injuries suffered by the other victims were not believed to be life-threatening, Ross said. Mayo fears that the whole city is becoming desensitized to the unrelenting gun violence. When I first came here, I used to cry all the time, she said. I don't cry anymore. The first South Street shooting happened about 12:50 a.m. Saturday on the 400 block, home to Jim's Steaks, Copa Banana, and Milk Boy. There, a 21-year-old man was shot once in the left thigh, and a 22-year-old man was shot once in the left leg. Both were listed in stable condition, police said. Then, at 2:58 a.m. Sunday, at 9th and South Streets, where there's a Starbucks, a Wawa, and a police mini station, all right, a 22-year-old man was shot twice in the shoulder and twice in the abdomen. He remains in critical condition, police said. This weekend, there were shooting incidents across the city, and unfortunately, our area was not immune from it. Michael Harris, South Street Head House District Executive Director, said in an emailed statement. It's an ongoing and alarming citywide challenge. In North Philadelphia at CBM Deli, April Coleman, 38, was in the shop on the 2200 block of Ridge Ave when a gunman fired a revolver into the deli from the front door about 1:30 p.m. Saturday, striking Coleman in the head. Police said she was taken to Hahnemann University Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Coleman's death brought the city total homicides for the year to 146, up 8% compared with the same period a year ago, and one ahead of the comparable total in 2017. Over the last decade, the average number of homicides through June 15th has been 118, according to police data. Police Commissioner Richard Ross last month called it alarming that nearly 90% of the homicides this year had been committed with guns, about 5% higher than the typical share in recent years, and said he'd put more cops on the street this summer. Other homicide victims this weekend include a 24-year-old man who was shot in the 500 block of East Walnut Lane in East Germantown about 1:08 a.m. Sunday, and a 42-year-old man who was shot on the 3300 block of North 20th Street around 1:53 a.m. Sunday in a double shooting that also injured a girl, 16, who was hit in her right arm and listed in stable condition. Among the non-fatal shooting victims Sunday was a 26-year-old man who was shot in the thigh on a playground in the 20 block of East Olney Avenue about 4:40 p.m. Police have not released a motive, suspect, or arrest in any of the cases. No motive, no suspect, no arrest in any of these cases. Sure, it's all kind of surveillance footage around. Because that does seem a bit extreme, right? If you saw that much gunplay going on, you would think it was a war happening. Some type of beef, right? Or some type of operation. But let's see. Then you got shootings in Chicago. Weekend shootings round up, 6 killed, 22 hurt in Chicago gun violence. More about the Philly weekend gun violence. The increase in gun violence. A lot has to go in that, doesn't it? More guns have to become available. Right? So they run operations like this, because there's revenue at the end of it all the way around. All these kids, these children, these young ones, and a few, in their first, or third, seventh. say to people, who dealt with gun violence. The gun itself is a violent tool. But any tool that you pick up, to do harm or injury, which is violence, is no different. You could insert any weapon. It could have been stabbings. It could have been clubbings. And at the end of it all, you still be like, what is that energy? Check the temperature of the city. But I don't know. We gonna see how it gets spun. Because again, the vibration is kept up, for that frequency, for that crowd. Frequencies is a crowd. That's why, they dial in frequencies, or they dial in a certain, vibrations in the crowd. Even weaponized sound and made sound violent, or made sound, that is used to cause harm and injury. And when I say they, I mean the corporations who design, manufacture, build, and sell these things. We can Google them. And then they put it in the hands of so-called law enforcement. Norfolk law firm aims to help marijuana entrepreneurs. Well then, all these motherfucking people making money off trying to tell people how to govern their lives and their business. criminalize nature's chemicals, what nature produces, until one of their pharmaceutical buddies can get it, synthesize it, and turn it into some shit that strings people out for years. It's the world we live in with the sick system. Anyway, let me go back to what I was getting to, which was the etymology of law. We was talking about law enforcement, origin Germanic, Old Norse lag, something laid down or fixed. Old English lagu, English lay, law. And my favorite, little Atumology site, Etymology Dictionary, the Etymon line. I remember a time. Law, noun, Old English lagu, plural laga, combining form, la, like Allah. Ordinance, rule, prescribed by authority, regulation, district governed by the same laws. Also sometimes right, legal privilege, from Old Norse legal, law. Collective, plural of lag, layer, measure, stroke. Literally, something laid down, that which is fixed or set. From Proto-Germanic lagum, put, lay. From pre-Indo-European root leg, to lie, lay. From pre-Indo-European root lech, to lie down, lay. Identical with lay. Noun too, as that which is set or established. Rare in Old English, it ousted the more usual ae, and also gesetness, which also were etymologically something placed or set. Ae. Gesetness, something placed or set. Compare also statute, from Latin statuere. German Gesetz, law, from Old High German Gesetze. Lithuania Gestatimus, from gestatity. I don't know. Set up, established. In physics, right? Because law in physics, a proposition which expresses the regular order of things. From 1660s, law and order have been coupled since 1796. To lay down the law, 1752, is pleonastic. The law in the figure is biblical law, laid down from the pulpit. Then you got poor laws provided for the support of paupers at public expense. Sumptuary laws restrain excesses in apparel, food, or luxuries. It is more common for Indo-European languages to use different words for a specific law and for law in the general sense of institution or body of laws. For example, Latin lex, a law, ius, a right, especially legal right, law. Words for a law are most commonly from verbs for to put, place, set, lay, such as Greek thesmos, from tithemi, to put, place. Old English dom, from pre-Indo-European de, to put, place, set. Lithuanian gestatimus, from stetiti, cause to stand, set. Polish, ustawa, from stock, stand. I don't know. Word for law in the general sense mostly mean etymologically what is right, and often are connected with adjectives for right themselves, often figurative uses of words for straight, upright, true, fitting, or usage, custom, such a Greek nomos, numismatic, French droit, Spanish directo, from Latin directus, Polish prawo, Russian pravo, from Old Church Slavonic pravo, straight, in the daughter languages, right. Also Old Norse retter, Old English rit, Dutch recht, German recht. See right, the right court. 1612, the right court. Anyway, that's a side note. You know what I mean? Connecting pieces. Law as a verb, you can law. To litigate, from law. Old English had lagian, make a law, ordain. Related, laud, lawing. So, you know, the Lord, out here lawing. They lawing. They lying, man. They been lying. You know what I mean? Laws is that which is set. You know what I mean? The only thing that is set here by the Most High. It is that which is unchanging in its courses, in its functions. This shit that they talking about change from day to day to fit, you know what I mean, whatever shit that they doing that they trying to, you know what I mean, get away with. And, you know what I mean, to extract from me and you our hard-earned energy as current. See? Kevin out that mess. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. It's just some things that was on my mind.